Today, we're going to explore our Earth and space. We'll learn about weather and seasons, the phases of the moon, tides, and natural disasters. These lessons will help us understand the world around us and how we can stay safe. Let's begin with weather. Weather is the condition of the air or atmosphere in a certain place and time. It can change quickly. One moment it's sunny, and later in the day it may rain. Weather affects how we dress, what activities we do, and even our mood. Scientists describe weather by looking at four main elements: temperature, wind, rainfall, and clouds. Temperature tells us how hot or cold the air is. Wind shows the movement of air. Rainfall tells us how much rain is falling. Clouds tell us about the kind of weather we might expect: clear skies, light rain, or even a storm. To measure the weather, we use special instruments. A thermometer measures temperature. An anemometer measures how fast the wind is blowing. A rain gauge collects and measures rainfall. A barometer measures air pressure, which helps predict changes in weather. Meteorologists, or weather scientists, use these tools to make forecasts. In the Philippines, we don't have four seasons like winter, spring, summer, and fall. Instead, we have two main seasons: the dry season and the wet season. The dry season is sunny and hot, while the wet season brings lots of rain. Knowing the seasons helps farmers grow crops and helps us prepare for typhoons. We've talked about the weather on Earth, but now let's look up at the sky. What do we see at night? The moon. The moon doesn't always look the same, it changes shape throughout the month. These changes are called the phases of the moon. The moon has different shapes we call phases. A new moon happens when we can't see the moon at all. A first quarter looks like half of the moon is lit. A full moon is when the whole moon is bright. A last quarter looks like the other half is lit. These phases happen in a cycle every month. We see different phases of the moon because the moon moves around the Earth. As it moves, sunlight shines on different parts of the moon, and that's what we see from Earth. The moon doesn't change shape, it's just the sunlight reflecting differently. Have you noticed that sometimes the seawater is higher, and sometimes it's lower? That's called tides. A high tide happens when the water level rises, and a low tide happens when the water level falls. Fishermen, swimmers, and boaters all pay attention to the tides. Tides are caused by the moon's gravity pulling on the Earth's oceans. The moon's pull makes the water rise in some areas, creating high tide. At the same time, other areas experience low tide. The sun also helps, but the moon has the strongest effect because it is closer to Earth. Now that we've learned about the moon and tides, let's go back to Earth and talk about natural disasters. These are powerful events in nature that can cause damage and change our environment. It's important to understand them so we can stay safe. An earthquake happens when the ground shakes because of movement deep inside the Earth. It can cause buildings to fall and roads to crack. To stay safe, remember: drop to the ground, cover your head and neck, and hold on until the shaking stops. Typhoons bring strong winds and heavy rains. They can cause floods and landslides. During typhoons, stay indoors, keep emergency supplies ready, and listen to weather reports. Typhoons are common in the Philippines, so we must always be prepared. Floods happen when too much rain causes rivers or streets to overflow. Floods can be dangerous because they can carry away people, cars, and even houses. The best way to stay safe is to move to higher ground and avoid walking or swimming in floodwaters. We cannot stop natural disasters, but we can prepare for them. Always have an emergency kit with food, water, flashlight, and medicines. Families should make a plan about where to meet and what to do during emergencies. Being prepared saves lives. Let's review. Weather is made of temperature, wind, rainfall, and clouds. The moon goes through different phases each month. Tides are caused by the moon's gravity pulling on the oceans. And natural disasters like earthquakes, typhoons, and floods can be dangerous, but we can stay safe by being prepared. Remember, Earth and space are full of wonders, but we must also learn how to live safely with nature.